me. Take down this music. We're just getting started here. Find the music here. It's all a one-man show right now. I'm doing multitasking here. Welcome to live. Thank you all for joining. Let me just prime the room up here. And I'll get a few things getting started. Everything's shared in the group. I'm going live to essentially all channels right now. And I'm sharing how to unlock your inner podcaster. That's me, Tommy Kenyon 7. That's me everywhere. And if you're watching live, watching the replay, hashtag live, hashtag replay, comment below, comment a heart, comment anything. Let's get the algorithm going here. Let's give a little comment here, because that helps me reach you on learning podcasting. We're going to talk about AI stuff today, how to incorporate AI in your creative ability to produce podcasts. My over 100 episodes, over 2 podcasts that I produce, one for myself and one through Toastmasters, and is my skill. I've been going all in the past year, especially, and I'm going even harder now, and I have a lot to share. First things from the man, myth, legend. He's having, in 3 weeks, a little less than 3 weeks, he's having an event in LA. He's moving his event from Columbus, Ohio to LA, Summit of Greatness. The man, the myth, legend, Lewis Howes. And this quote, little inspiration comes to you from him today. Give yourself permission to tackle the thing you want, then accept the challenge and go all in. And a speaker that's going to be, I might play it, it might not play as well, but you might be able to hear the sound through the microphone. Rory Vaden, he's going to be one of the speakers at Summit of Greatness. Here's what he has to say.
Success is never an accident. It is deciding every day to keep going. Something that we call the rent axiom, which is that success is never owned. Success is only rented, and the rent is due every day. And the rent is paid through the small, seemingly insignificant, trivial choices that we make each and every day. And success is simply the trajectory of those choices compounded over time. But to become a multimillionaire is not some big extravagant event that happens overnight. It is small decisions made repeatedly and a commitment to make them each and every day.
So there's some more inspiration for you, finally. And again, I mentioned I produced over 100 episodes so far, going all in last year. 2 podcasts, one for Toastmasters. These are pictures from the Toastmasters podcast we did about a week ago. Let's go in a little bit here. Setting up in a room in a library. It's just showing what I do, creating podcasts and Ask Me Anything. And I'm an open book when it comes to this stuff. I have about 14 years in the digital video publishing, social media, websites. About 14 years in digital publishing experience. So I have a ton of experience going back a ways, right out of college, right out of school. And just here's some pictures from a recent podcast episode that we shot about Robert's Rule of Order for the opening that's coming up this weekend. Some pictures there. Moving on to, there's me setting up some mics. And it just keeps going all in. This is me going all in. Some more stuff. First event. This is the first event. Let's play this. I shared this a while back. It's going to buffer. We might come back to... Oh, there we go. There's a little bit from the first ever event I put on for a Toastmasters in-person event conference conclave back in 2021, right out of the COVID pandemic. And I'm doing events, I'm doing podcasting, I'm doing video editing, video producing, all that. Like, and I use like a little bit of everything to help me produce. Sometimes batch everything, and here to show you OBS, StreamYard, what I can on StreamYard. I don't know how. I think I should be able to show you the screen. It may go funky if I show StreamYard stream, but I'll work something. I'll figure something out how I can get that going. Close some windows here to maximize processing and everything. But yeah, what if ending? What is it that you came here for? That you're looking for? Because I want to provide that value that you're looking for as well. I'm not. I have planned how I use AI to produce podcasting, how I use OBS, how I use StreamYard, how I just figured out. FYI, actually, here's take this full. I'm streaming on Instagram right now too. If you go to my Instagram, TommyKenyon7, looked it up. Instagram Live, get the stream ID from Instagram. So I'm even live on Instagram. We just watched that. And again, if you're watching live, watching replay, hashtag live, hashtag replay, I can see your comments. If you comment right now live, I'll see your comments and respond to them even later on the replay as well. little more coming. Here's a funny that we turned the tides on the interview. The interviewer became the interviewee, became the guest because we had to find out about our host. So there's this episode. Special guest host episode. P50 After Dark. Special guest episode.
Mickey, I got a question for you. Who said they
Hi, Jerry.
have the tagline, watch it, share it, subscribe to it? Oh, you said that? Yeah, who like, share,
Watch, like, share, and subscribe. Everyone, doesn't everyone say that? Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X. Follow. Give me a follow. Comment for more information, just like such as this. And just a few more. Here's some pictures from the previous studio that we've used. We've moved on from this, and we go on location now, as the library photos that you saw before. So we're now on. Oh, there's me being interviewed. Got to get me being interviewed. Buffer and all. Gotta love live buffer.
TikTok or Techno and interact this.
TikTok is actually the first one. Sweet Tea Tech Talk with Sweet Tea.
Your club.
All right, that was it.
TikTok,
It was a short clip.
Techno,
So that's about me, and I'm here to help you unleash your inner podcaster. I want to be the podcasting guy. Just FYI, come to me, and you can ask anything you want to know from me. So anything before we get started here, make sure I get the comments up so I can see your beautiful comments whenever there's left. And yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna open up a new desktop here. Let me show you, see how StreamYard works. It might, you're gonna get the loop here. So see if I can find a good screen. Yeah, you're just gonna get a video loop in here because I'm showing my StreamYard. This is how StreamYard looks, and when I'm live, right now, just ignore the. Can I hide this anyway? Ignore this part with the video loop, so you can see. You can mute. You can stop your camera, and you can still hear me, but not see me right now. There's settings. You can adjust settings, add a virtual background, just like Zoom and all your remote meetings. Just the basics on StreamYard. You can go landscape or portrait. That's a new thing. I just discovered some of those things. You can invite guests. The easiest way is come down here, invite. Right there, grab the link and you send them. You can create an email, you can with Gmail or email or Messenger, and then you can allow guests to stream this to their own destinations as well if they have StreamYard. So even more reach from more guests. That's the whole game, right? Getting on as a guest, getting reach, and reaching a whole new people, right? So StreamYard, and like I said, you saw me changing the screens here. You can add custom streams. You reached a limit of 8. So there's more in settings. If you go to layouts, I have 8 custom streams. I'd have to delete a few if I want to create, but I've created so many. Here's one. You can have a side-by-side view. You can have a side-by-side with letterbox view. Many different views you can create in this. This is my custom one that I have going right now. So that's StreamYard. So let's go into the comments. How I see comments live. If there's any, right now no comments yet. But this is where, if you did comment, this is where I'd see your comments, either from LinkedIn, from, I don't know about X yet, but Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And I don't know how Instagram Live works either. This is my first time actually going live on Instagram Live. So just FYI on there. I'm learning Instagram Live just as anyone is. Banners you can throw up. I have some set banners that I've used a while back. Or another one. Oh yeah, live replay. Lower third. Hashtag live, hashtag replay. So you can throw up different banners like that. And in your brand settings, you can set colors. You can set how the theme of everything looks and how that looks. You can change the look of that. I usually like to keep that and have that off. You can add your logo. Add your countdown, which you saw in the beginning. You can change backgrounds. Change one so you can see what happens there. And play some music. Probably hearing double from the speaker and everything, but you can actually fade that out and everything too. So you can do a lot with StreamYard. Once you go live, you can see all the places I am going live to right now. Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the destinations, all going live to there. So that's pretty much the basics of StreamYard. Video backgrounds are now supported in the studio. So we can have a video background now. So that's a new feature as well. How I'm sharing my screen, I can remove, add, I can share. I stopped sharing, so I'll have to like share this screen again. There it is, and there it is. Add it back to the stream. So any questions, leave in the comments, either live or replay. And I'm going to open up OBS next. We have still a lot to go. I'm gonna go over some AI tactics, AI strategies as well to help you come up with ideas. How, as Gary Vaynerchuk says, use AI to help you think along with AI. Don't just use AI to let it do everything for you. Think along with AI. Use AI to help you think, help you brainstorm, help you come up with possible solutions. But we'll get into that. But next is OBS. When I find it, do a search for it on my Mac, and I'm opening up right now. And let me take this full, put me in the corner there. Open up on the other screen. So here's OBS. You can see the microphone that I have. I'm using this as the microphone. It's set up to that, and you can see the audio levels coming into OBS. I can mute it there, and you should still be able to hear me. So you can do it's all about scenes. Let me show you. Let me go into another what I done for conference. I'm just gonna. I probably don't have anything right now, but let me. I'll hide myself for this. So you have multiple slides. You can call them slides. You can call them scenes. There are scenes in OBS, and you switch from scene to scene. To see it in a different way, if you go over to view, windowed, and then now there's nothing technically in here right now, but here's all the scenes here, and you can easily click on each one of these scenes in this window. And bring me back here. So now I can click on the scene there, and then technically I switched. So I want to switch to one that actually is, which one was I was just using that is working. I might just have to is it that? Yeah, I just have to set. So there, okay. So now go back to the windowed view, and then let's here. This is set up for Toastmasters, so this is actually great. This is a great way to show you. I'm on here right now in OBS, and let me actually put it down here so you can see what's going on. That's me. Now I'm switching to a different scenario, which I have this background with me in the corner. That can change to another. Just again, basic switching, and I show you how I set this all up and everything. I have a black, which there's nothing on that scene. It's just black, and another green card, and go back to me. So there's switching in OBS. How you set up a scene, you just add a new scene. Now you start with that, and you can add audio inputs. You can add a browser. Never actually, I just want to see what this does, adding a browser. So you can actually navigate and make OBS actually your browser. So I'm just going to do a test. I don't know if you have to put the HTTP or not, but I'm gonna do a test with Google, as everyone does with Google, right? Set the width to 800 by 600. That's the typical view. Control audio via OBS. No, that's all right. Okay. So now, we're using OBS as a browser. I've never actually done this before. And you can make the view bigger so you can see. I don't know how. So I actually don't know how you use the cursor and everything. But I can move on. But I just really discovered that, like, you can actually make a browser. You can show like a web page. Other things you can add: capture card device. If you have a built-in capture card, a color source. If you just maybe want black or white or another green color. An image slideshow. You can do Mac audio capture or screen capture. That's new. A media source. If you want it, you can play a video in OBS. You can actually make it a scene, another scene inside of a scene. You can add text, a video capture device, which is like a webcam. So you'd choose that, and then you'd choose a webcam, which is that. And then now you have to right click and make sure to do a transform and do fit to screen. And now I'm centered right on the screen in OBS, and I can now stream, record, start virtual camera to send to like Zoom, and then you can make Zoom see your OBS virtual webcam, and you can switch to that in Zoom. And I'm getting a call as I'm going live. But yeah, catching up there. Forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. And studio mode, there's also studio mode where you can set the preview and then do a transition. You can fade, or you can do a slow fade. You can do up different transitions. You can set transitions in studio mode. And let me test the one thing. Where's the scene with the audio? There it is. So you have to go in when you have audio setting, and it's seeing my headset microphone somewhere. What is it actually? Oh, it's the microphone. So you properties, you can change it up. You can go filters. You can add filters, add a compressor, a limiter, a noise suppression. So it processes all your audio sound for you. Then you can go into advanced properties and set your audio the way you like it, the volume level, all the audio level. You can go into advanced settings. So I'm just showing you the basics. If you want to go deeper, go more, let me know, and I can do exclusive stuff on the deeper stuff as well. I'm just going over basics of OBS, StreamYard, and podcasting. So let me navigate it back over to here. So let me show you the thing that I was really I've been going really deep on the podcasting on here this last little bit, and I'll touch on some AI and how I think with AI too, and I'll end on that, and we'll go for about top of the hour, 30 minutes. So let's navigate over to Spotify, because I upload everything to now podcasting for Spotify. So you can see there's the podcast I produce for Toastmasters, and there's the click on here and you see the latest episode, which is this one. And if you have an account, it actually plays the video. I'm gonna mute this. Where does it go? Mute and then play. And it shows if you have a free account, it plays video right on Spotify, and you can make it bigger. You can navigate it outside the window, bring it back in, make it bigger, and there's the Spotify video. Bring it back small. So let me, and I'll show you the, stop this. It used to be Anchor.fm. Now it's Podcasters for Spotify for Podcasters. And this is the back end. I'm already logged in with D50 After Dark. That's the podcast name. And show you some analytics. It should have a few more hits. 115 impressions on Spotify, 200, just under 300 plays. I guess you'd call them downloads. 8 plays per episode. So it shows you some metrics on Spotify, and you go to episodes. The latest ones was scheduled and published about 3 days ago. And then if you want a new episode, you'll go there and then you'll drag your media there. And once you do, it'll open up and you can set your title. You can set everything about the information about the episode. So it's really easy to do. You set up your destinations in the settings of where it's on Apple and Spotify and YouTube. And that's not it. Comments monetize home. There's another place. Where is it? It's account settings? No. Yeah, I don't think that's it. They keep this has changed since the last platform it was, when it was just, now it's like all Spotify and you do everything it's like Spotify is the new YouTube where you upload podcasts to, and then it becomes on Spotify just automatically. But there was a way to, you have to like add Apple to this in order for it to availability. Here you go. So this is all the places where you can, and it tells you, you actually have to do it manual, but it tells you submit to Amazon Music using their portal, podcast link on Amazon, add there, and it'll direct people right to there on Amazon. But it tells you where to go to submit to Amazon. It tells you how to submit to Apple Podcasts. You have to log into Apple and submit, and you do everything manually. Castbox, Good Pods, there's some new ones. iHeartRadio. I still, to this day, don't know how my one podcast is on iHeartRadio, but I'm on iHeartRadio. If you find Keeping It Real podcast, I am on iHeartRadio. A few more things, yeah, and then that's, you choose the ones you want, and you manually from Spotify for podcasters, and you manually add each platform from this back end. So there's podcasting. One last thing before I wrap this stream up. If you're watching live, replay, hashtag live, hashtag replay. I'd love to see your comments. And remember, like, follow, subscribe, share, and give me feedback on my Keeping It Real podcast or D50 After Dark podcast on Spotify or Apple. You can leave a review even after you go listen. We're gonna I'm gonna close all these tabs. So I like to use this Grok, and let's see if I show you a few things. Here is my history of AI, and I want to see it's. I use it to create a lot of like formatted emails. I might have to switch over to the other one. So here's something that actually can give value. I asked and the key is to be as specific as possible, and the key is to ask specific questions and essentially what is possible. If this, then that. What is possible? Give me 5 potential titles, and you can choose and pick from 5 titles. It was pretty much what I said above. Me standing there pausing 4 to 6 minute speech. I copied and pasted like a transcript and said, use this, make that post, press record, get up. I said, give me a catchy SEO friendly headline title for this story. So it spit out to me Toastmasters to Trailblazers, my path to public speaking prowess. From silence to spotlight, a Toastmasters tale of transformation, breaking the ice, how Toastmasters thrust me into leadership. The unlikely orator, my journey from shy to shooting from the rooftops. Speak up, stand out, my evolution through Toastmasters and beyond. So there's this. I think there's more if I used from this account. I'll just show you from my. What was that? Yeah, this is my actual podcast page, personal podcast page. Tech savvy storytelling and inspiring change through podcasting. So let's see the history on here. What I used. Pre-interview. So this is what I just recently learned. How to garner questions from a pre-interview to get some good questions to ask when you're actually having a conversation recorded. And I don't think it came up with anything. Does it save? It may not. No. You can ask to create and craft you and help you craft and edit it. Don't take as is, because it obviously will have to be edited. And you have to personalize it. You want to personalize as best you can to get it into your own words. Again, a lot of it is sending emails. Here we go. So here's one that I set up for our first series episodes. I asked it, can you give 10 possible questions from this episode? Define success, strategies to achieve these goals, and then spit out questions that we can ask. Again, can you give 10 possible questions from this episode? Really great advice about leadership. 10 questions. May not use all of them. And let's get back to having fun. Let me ask, what are some of the most fun and memorable events that have taken place? Exciting events, and we can end on that. Just touching on AI. I can go more deeper, maybe during the day on a Saturday when I have a little more time. But I just touching and grazing the surface, and I can go deeper into whatever it is you like. Just remember, #live, #replay. Comment what you want to hear, what you want to see, what you want to learn. And I'll do my best to get that information to you, get that value to you. Well, I'll close this out again. Bring this back into here with me saying there's nothing to screen, but I'll play it out with the music. Until then, see you next time. Keep it real.